Hey guys, I'm here at Grille Shelton Nissan in Temple, Texas. They are allowing me to apply gunmetal to this. Just came in Frontier here, gloss black color scheme. So I'm making sure everything's all. They just detailed the truck, but I'm making sure everything's all cleared out here. You know, like any water spots, whatever. Because you want to make sure this thing is really clean. If you're at home, especially if you had the vehicle for a little while and you waxed it, washed it, whatever. You're gonna have some residue, chemical residue, grease, oil. You want to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol. No more than 50% recommended, 70% max. Mix with some water, spray it on here, and get all that stuff cleaned out. So I'm using my little set of decals here that you guys get in the kit. Excuse the wind; it's a little windy. We're gonna go ahead. This going. So as you can see here, comes with indentation without anything in it. This particular model has a raised set in the back. I'm going to test fit my decals over those, but I don't think it's going to fit on top of the raised letters because they're different shape and size than the original. So what you're going to do is, I recommend starting off with an easy letter like an I. Because the I, you don't want to mess up. It's easy to catch if you get it off a little bit. So what I would do is I'll take the I here. I'm dry setting, I don't recommend this. Take a little bit of soapy water, spray it in here. So about maybe a thimbleful worth of water, maybe like a half an ounce for a full bottle of spray bottle. I'm using professional spray liquid here. Adhesive contact liquid, not necessary, but if you're not good at putting in decals, you probably want to do that. And the eye, doesn't matter which way it goes up, it's the same side. Once you get it where you want it, tag it on down there. Oh, just a little teeny bit off. So what you do is you'll lift it back up. See, it's not as easy to lift with dry set, so you got to be very careful with the setting here. I'm going to go ahead and spray a teeny bit of liquid because there's too much wind here. Even though I know how to dry set really well, I'm not going to risk it with this weather. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's a little too much. Go ahead and dab some of that off. If you get too much liquid, it's going to run around and take you forever to dry out. So you get that where you want it. So I'll wet setting it, line it up in there. You see it's a good spot. Take like a towel, dab it. Then if you have a professional squeegee, which is easy to get on eBay or anywhere else, body shop places, that kind of stuff. It's pretty much a body shop squeegee with felt on it right here. So you take that, make sure the decal's exactly where you want it, and then go ahead and get those little air bubbles and anything under there out. I also recommend, you'll see when you come to the F's, see there, I pulled it up to the edge a little bit because it wasn't fully tacked down yet with the wet liquid. These decals, maybe with Oracal or Endurogloss, one or the other, will last 3, 4, 5 years on normal sunny areas. Longer if it's protected storage, of course, in states that don't have a lot of UV. So there you go. Got that out. Press it down, go ahead and clean it up around the edges. So there's the eye, and on this black truck, if you can see in the video, it doesn't pop extremely bright. It kind of blends in still, but it looks really good. So that's how you install these decals with a wet set. I got a fly here, watch it hanging out. I don't know why. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use let's go ahead and do the F. The F is one that people have the most problems with. I've got 2 of them on here for you just for that reason. Go ahead, I'm going to take these sharp tweezers so that way I don't mess with the decal. Pull this guy off. You can see it's windy, so it makes it extra fun. I would probably just spray it in here. Take your fingertip, move that liquid around, make sure it gets down to those little cracks where the F's going to be, because that's where it's going to be the hardest to get in there. So once you get this down, you set in there, I would recommend a Q-tip, which I didn't bring this time. I meant to, but I didn't get around to that. So I'd recommend a Q-tip for these little tips. They can be very annoying, very tricky. See how I'm moving it around. Once you get it, the best thing to do is line up the back side of the F. Make sure it's all indented where it's supposed to be. Take a Q-tip, or in this case, take the soft felt area end of the squeegee and just kind of just roll it down in there. Roll it down in, make sure it's good and straight. There we go. This one's got a little bit of moisture still stuck under, so I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. There we go, get mine. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the O here. Or sorry, the R, because the R is the next hard one. The E, of course, is about the same as the F, just one extra little leg to worry about. A little too much there, so I'm gonna dab this off. So, the R's, if you'll notice, are labeled. I have them cut out in the printouts, number 1, number 2, so you know which R is which. This will be the first R, right here. So you'll use the first R for the first R of the Frontier. Go ahead and dab it again, drying up. If you have a lot of wind or a lot of heat, I would keep an eye on your liquid, because as soon as you spray it, it's going to want to start drying up. Once it dries up completely, then you know it's not going to be a fun time to try to stick it on there, because then you're going to be dry setting, which most people don't want to be doing. Alright, so mine already tried to dry up a little bit, but not too much. So you see, I use the tweezers there to kind of give me a nice grease-free, oil-free. What you do is just lay that down in there, make sure the lines, make sure they line up. Take the towel, dab, don't pull. Just want to get the liquid around the decal dabbed off. And then once you get it, take a Q-tip, squeegee, your fingertip, whatever you trust. Get that pushed down in there. Move it around a little bit more if you need to, like this one. Just go back just a teeny bit to bring that indentation nice and straight. Bring the whole decal back slightly, just get a little bit out of whack there. See, since I have that wet, I can do this. I couldn't do this if it was dry. You'd be tearing your decal up at the end of your install. There we go. Push that down, line that up. Be careful not to scratch your paint if you are using tweezers. So I'm being really careful here when I move through this. I'm going to smash that down. Get those bubbles pushed out. We need liquid under there. There we go. Now it's lined up like it's supposed to be. If you do it right to the edges on the left side, it'll usually line up a lot quicker. This is where the Q-tip will come in handy, because you can just roll that little tip around in there without pulling on the decal. There we go. Go back and forth. Back and forth. Get that all smashed in there. This fly does not want to go away. Now he's hanging out my hand. I guess he really likes these Frontiers or the Decals or something. There you go. Then once you're done with that, you can take a towel, your fingertip, and kind of just move it around lightly once you realize that it's stuck down, and you're not going to drag any, edges and pull them out. There we go. There's the R. Now we're going to go to the O. This fly is really enjoying my thumb. Please go away. Dude. This guy, man. He really wants to hang on this video, doesn't he? I don't know his name, but there you go, guys. Fly Star. Well, I guess he's going to stay here. So, we got that. Now we're going to go ahead and head for the O. And the O, one thing you got to figure out about the O here, besides this fly that's trying to get me to do the R, is it has an arrow that faces up as well. So before you take it off the decal sheet, make sure you keep that faced up that way, because the shape is slightly different on these grills, and it will mess it up if you put it upside down. This fly will not get up my hand. What's wrong with that, dude? Back again. Alright, so I'm going to take this O off with my sharp tweezers, get up under it without tearing it up, lift it a little bit. As soon as I get it up, I'm going to lay it on my hand so I can't blow away. Put a little bit of liquid on it. Drop this in here. Pull the left edge over. Lift it up. Whoop, got a little stuck here. Didn't have enough liquid on this right side, so I'm gonna pull it back up. There goes my decals again. Playing chase for the decals. Taking almost as much time as installing. There you go. So I see there. Get that lined out. Just push that liquid up. You can see now why it's facing up, because that has a little bit of an angle. Let me go grab my decal. Alright, so decals are back, flies are gone. I don't even know how he gets over here in this wind, truthfully. I'm gonna put this in the pocket so they can't blow away. So you see what I was talking about with the O having to face up a certain way. So we're gonna move this, get these air bubbles out. Go ahead and push that top of the O down in there so it's in the right spot. There we go. Move that up a little bit. It's like this one a little bit down, so I'm gonna lift it up again. There we go. You'll get the hang of it once you move it around a couple times, and you'll see what Alright, now that we're all done, come back here, clean up the area. Being careful not to go into the decal area until you need to. And get all that junk off. All the anything that you put on there from soapy water, alcohol, tack fluid, whatever you used. Then now go back in here, touch the decal with your finger, kind of make sure it doesn't move. Once you realize it doesn't move, go ahead and run that towel, Q-tip and towel, mixture of both, whatever. Squeegee with the felt. Pay special attention to get in these edges. The edges being these little parts where the indentations start. You want to make sure that those decals are fully adhered, so no dirt, oil, and grease, all that stuff get under there. And also, when you have car washes, you don't want the car wash to get up under there and tear your decals off. Which, no matter how well the decal material is, no matter what people tell you, car washes will take anything off, including paint and other permanent or semi-permanent things. There we go. Go ahead and get you a shot here. Voila. Nice contrast, gives it a little bit of a pop. You can choose any color you want. In this case, we chose the gunmetal gray. And the gunmetal gray just kind of blends in, matches really well with this. Not exact perfect, but it's close enough. I call it anthracite, is the official name, the anthracite color. By Oracal, that's what it is. Some of the colors will be in Duraglass, some will be Oracal, depends on what colors are the best to choose that I've experienced from the customers. Also stay tuned, look at my other videos. I'm going to be the first soon, hopefully, to do the new Tundra, 2022 Tundra. I got a shop I'm going to head down to and work with him and get that guy knocked out, so that should be fun. Good looking trucks as well. There we go. Once again, thanks for watching. Arigato mato. Hit that subscribe button so you know when new things are added to the channel. Like the video, share it to your friends, buddies, and look for the link in the bottom of the video for my Etsy store, eBay store. Soon I'll be updating it with my own website. I like to get away from Etsy and eBay because it's just too restrictive for the things I'm allowed to put on there, and the amount of things, variants, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna try to get to back to my own webpage soon. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy your decals.